Following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots, streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app. Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
And it's time for a lively Tuesday edition of Mick Shots. Heckma says, welcome in to the SWBC podcast studio, where there's a smile on everybody's face today. That's right. It's a good day to be alive. And
yes, it is.
Now, racism is funny, man.
oh, if you could just hear what we talk about.
No.
We wouldn't be on here.
It's the world. It's the world.
That's exactly right. All right, you got Bill Jones, you got Everson Walls, you got Heckma Harrison, and the star, Mickey Spagnola, who's all duded up today. Mickey, you got a tie on today.
Chris, you didn't get the memo?
No.
New dress code.
Oh.
Yeah.
For you.
For everybody.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Sure.
So he gets
what happened to me?
Sure.
tie-dye. You got a tie-dye shirt in.
Tie-dye, yeah. It's got a tie in it, right?
Come on.
So we're supposed to wear ties, and I just misunderstood. Is it tie-dye?
Yeah.
Tie-dye.
You like my hat, by the way? How about this?
Nice.
This is Super
Where'd
Bowl.
you dig that up from?
Super Bowl 28. It's in my office, hanging on the wall of my office.
Where's 25?
You don't. I don't need 25.
Okay.
That's a giant Super Bowl.
I was just checking.
That's right.
That was before we started collecting
That was
things.
Yeah.
I was just checking.
You got a giant. You got a. You must have a Super Bowl 25
What?
hat.
No.
Right? Anything from Super Bowl 25?
Yeah.
Outside of a ring?
A ring. That's all I need.
That's all he came
All right, this
for.
week you need to show off your ring. Okay, you need to bring your ring.
That's a tough one. I'm glad you brought that up with the tailgate we have this weekend at 1010 Collins.
What time is that?
It's going to be
10:10
at before the noon game, so we're going to start around 10 o'clock.
On Collins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Collins Street, right across the street. It's
Okay, all right.
1010 Collins.
Okay.
And I
Wait,
never
you
wear
got something Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, I got Saturday with you.
Right.
And
Double
then
book.
something
and
after that
double,
with you.
Yeah.
And then the tailgate
And then Sunday.
next day. Yeah.
Okay.
So I never wear the ring in the state of Texas.
Okay.
I wore it one time to a pool party. I don't know why the hell I had that big thing on the pool party, but they threw a Cowboy shirt in my face and said, "Hey, you either put that on or you get the hell out of here." Mm-hmm. So I started realizing nobody wants to celebrate a giant Super Bowl ring. So I don't know if I should wear it or not.
What?
It's in the state of Texas.
Man.
What do you think?
The Lord know who to give a Super Bowl ring to. I tell you that, boy. Let me tell you.
Just here inside.
Everson.
Just show it off here inside the SWBC podcast
I'm
studio.
taking information.
Everywhere I go.
Feedback.
It's so heavy.
I'm taking your feedback. So yeah, I think I will.
We'll do a show and tell day, and you can bring it.
I'm not wearing it to that.
No, bring it in one day this week.
Here.
One day this week.
Okay.
Everybody.
How about Friday?
Everybody should bring something.
Wear it Friday.
All right.
Okay, I took care of today. I had my souvenir
I
from
wonder
Super
if I
Bowl
can
28.
go. I've got the story I wrote about the game, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know where it's at, but I ran across
Well,
it.
dust it off then and bring it in.
Off, man. And I'm dusting off my ring too. I'll do that. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. My ego is not that big to where I have to. That doesn't define me, sir. It doesn't define me.
So then, just since we sort of brought it up here, what big a rivalry is this Cowboys-Giants rivalry?
I wouldn't give it much of a much. I wouldn't give it too much. Would you?
It used to be.
It used to be. Now you've got. Supposedly we're the two at the bottom of the NFC East.
Oh God.
That's what they say.
after week
there's
one.
a lot riding on this game. The losers in the cellar all by themselves.
Yes, you are.
This is not a game where, you want to make your mistakes. You got coaches saying, we don't want to be the ones to lose to the Giants first.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking. Don't go in there playing like losers. Don't play the way that they look, and don't play down to their expectations.
And the Giants are saying we don't start 0-2.
Or no, they're saying we don't want to be the first ones to lose to the Cowboys.
Right?
Yeah.
No, man, this is one of those games, regardless of what the record is. Look, I think about the Giants in the playoff loss. That's probably the worst Giants. And I know you guys go further back, but the one at Texas Stadium.
07?
07.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That broke my heart.
Yeah.
That was that
The Dez catch.
the Brandon Jacobs, when he took the ball and just annihilated the play clock at the end of that game, it's like it just broke my heart.
And what's the biggest memory from that playoff loss?
Oh, I got a couple, but
18
which one
years
you're-
later, what's the biggest memory from that playoff loss?
Maybe the Patrick Creighton.
That had nothing to do with the game. Cabo.
Cabo.
Oh,
Yeah, Cabo. Yeah, true. That was the story. That was the story.
That was to me, but not to the rest of America.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
it had nothing to do with the fact that
No, it didn't. But that was the narrative. It was Cabo.
And once again,
It should have been.
We played down to that narrative.
no, it should have been Terrell Owens wasn't healthy enough to play in the
Right,
game, but he
right.
tried to play.
Right.
He had a high ankle sprain, and they were down to one receiver. It was Patrick Creighton, and they struggled. And the Giants, if you think about it, the Cowboys ran all over them in the first half, right? And they were saying, "Hey, go ahead and run as much as you want. You're not running into the end zone.
And you're running clock the whole. They're
Right.
shortening the game the whole
And
time.
you're not challenging us on the back end. We'll let you run, but we're not going to let Tony Romo beat us." And they were able to put pressure on him with a front four, which was huge for some reason. And the Cowboys thought, "Okay, we're going to run. We're going to run.
Michael
'cause we can't
Strahan,
throw the
human
ball."
Euro. Oh,
Yeah.
that was a game. That was
Now
a game.
they
What a team that was.
Super Bowl win the
Yes.
Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
And what was their record?
Was that the 9-7 season? I think they were 9-7.
That
That
was
season.
9-7.
Yeah.
because the Cowboys would have had the best record that year.
Right.
So-
They had the bye, so that was why they went
Yeah.
to Cabo.
Yeah,
Come on, Bill.
So if Creighton catches that, do we win?
oh, he's going to hit his, as Troy Aikman said, he's going to hit his head on the crossbar.
Wow.
Giants went 10-6 that year.
10-6 that year. That was awful.
I always started 9-7 for some reason. I
They
always thought 9-7.
they beat Tampa Bay in the wild card around 24-14, beat the Cowboys 21-17. Then they go to Green Bay and beat the Packers 23-20.
Shocked everybody.
Mike McCarthy's Packers 23-20, and then beat New England 17-14 in the Super Bowl.
With the catch on the helmet, was that the year?
That may have been
Or was it the 2011?
Yeah, it was one of those two.
miraculous.
Anyway, by the way, Jerry Jones multiple times has answered the question the same way. 2007.
What?
That loss
Okay.
hurt more than most.
Yeah. No, that was.
It was all laid out for us.
Oh, yeah.
Had the cards. We had the bye.
Field advantage.
Everything right
All
there.
those teams were just ready to fall before us.
But does that hurt more than the Green Bay loss at home, though, in the playoffs? When you have that winning streak at AT&T Stadium, and you just think we just gonna roll our helmets out there and beat these guys. That's kind of, to me, both of those losses hurt because you felt like you had the team to do it, to at least make it to an NFC Championship, and to come up short at home again. That was another Green Bay team.
That was the Tyree game.
It was.
In 07, because he was out of the
wasn't
league
there
by the
yeah.
time they got there again.
Yeah.
I was in two different places with those two games.
Okay.
One of them, what was
Well,
30-something years ago.
what about the Ice Bowl?
Okay.
Those hurt.
Yeah, I was a little young for that one. I don't quite remember that one in regards to it hurting me as much. But when you become older, when just Creighton with the pass, just catch that thing and he's in the end zone, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the end zone.
A Giants game that you hearken back to so much is in 1985, 86, the Danny White.
Oh, 86.
86.
Cowboys, both teams were 6-2.
Yeah.
They're going to New York. They're going to decide who's in first place in the NFC East. The Cowboys had the number one offense in the NFL. And Danny
And the
White.
number one cornerback in the NFL.
That's right.
That's right.
I had just come off of a
Get
negotiation that year.
Well paid.
Yeah, well paid, brother.
And
played well.
They missed the block, and Danny White breaks his wrist and suffers a torn ligament, and they won one more game the rest of the way.
Then 3 years later, Jimmy Johnson was coaching the Cowboys. And basically where it took the turn.
And the Giants never lost another game that year.
86.
I always thought the turn was the strike year.
87.
Yeah, I mean, in regards to how we got to
88
the team. I thought 87, but once we went on strike in 87, the trust between player and management was never the same after that. And so then here comes 1987. 86 was a bust. Washington stayed together. They never all struck. We were scattered because management decided to say, you know what, we're gonna do the scab games and all of that. All the guys came back. All the defensive linemen came back. We still got our butts kicked by, I don't know, the replaceables or replacements. That was a bad year for us.
They had after the game Thursday night. There was a stat that came out, and what was it? Something about rushing touchdown. I can't remember, but it was from '87, right? And it was from one of the strike games. I'm going, okay, put an asterisk by that. That is not a Cowboys stat, right?
Your entire defensive front was playing in
I can't
the
remember
last
what the stat was,
game.
but it was the first time since 1987.
So was the last game before the strike against the Giants? I think it was a win against the Giants in '87.
They played.
That was the last strike game.
They played.
That was before the strike.
Two games. They played.
They played two games. So the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals in the first game, beat the Giants in the second game at New York, 16-14, and then it was 2 weeks later. So,
right. Skipped a week.
It was the Jets.
The Jets.
Washington.
You know what I remember?
Jets and then Philly.
You know what I remember?
For both wins, and then Washington was a loss.
Washington was a loss from the guy that got out of jail from the University of Tennessee, right? He was a quarterback. Right?
Strike guy.
Yeah.
For Washington?
Yeah.
You know what?
That's all you remember about him?
Tony Robinson. Tony Robinson
He
was
made an impression on you.
Well, I grew up with a Tony Robinson.
Okay. So.
I did. I grew up with
You know what I remember?
And I remember he was damn good at Tennessee. That's what I remember. And the next thing you know, he's in jail? What the hell happened?
The Jets game.
Yeah,
you know what
Tennessee, Tony Robinson.
The Jets game, you know what I remember? After it was over, one of the guys that was the strike player on the team, he was from Jersey or somewhere in there, and he goes walking down the stands with a duffel bag around his shoulder, and he was giving that to his mom to do his wash.
Hey, man, you had to make
This was a Cowboys player?
Yeah, it was a Cowboys player. I don't remember who it was.
Wow.
And if I'm not mistaken,
But he was from the area.
I think the four defensive linemen, I think they had all crossed over, and I think it was for that Washington game.
It was.
And we still got beat with those four guys.
Well, you guys had the contracts were, well, I forgot the name of it. There was money that was due every year.
Yeah.
And if you broke the string, then you lost your money.
Yeah.
And
incentives.
So Randy White had to cross.
Yep.
I think.
No, they didn't have to.
They didn't have to, but
they chose.
They didn't want to lose.
We all had annuities.
Annuities.
We all had annuities.
Yeah.
And they felt that because they didn't play, that they would lose all payments to their future payments to their annuity.
Danny White,
which was a lie because I had an annuity as well, and it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
They
well,
all
that's
used
what
that excuse.
everybody said.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this was not on our run list, but I've enjoyed this trip down memory lane. And when we come back here on Mick Shots,
they're playing the Giants.
They're playing the Giants. Let's take a look at Week 2 in the National Football League when we come back.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer, the originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal, writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide, because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life are not guaranteed, like getting through self-checkout by yourself.
Warning, each item must be placed in the bagging area.
Not guaranteed.
Place item in the bagging area. Place item in the bagging area.
You know what AT&T guarantees? Connectivity you depend on, deals you want, and service you deserve. Or we make it right. Terms and conditions apply. Visit att.com/guarantee for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
The countdown to game day starts with Rally Days presented by SeatGeek. Get behind-the-scenes look at AT&T Stadium, meet the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and alumni, play games and win prizes and more. Get your tickets at attstadium.com/rallydays. Bam.
And get an autograph from Everson Walls.
Mm-hmm. I sure will be there. I sure will.
Homework assignment last night was to watch next week's opponent, the Week 3 opponent, the Chicago Bears, who blew a 17-6 lead in the fourth quarter as the J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings come from behind to win. As we set the table not only for this Sunday,
That was a good game.
but now you're looking at the rest of September, this Sunday, then at Chicago, then home against Micah and the Packers. It kind of underscores the importance of this Sunday when you're looking ahead too. You got, I mean, every game's a winnable game,
Right.
But when you look at the schedule, you go, okay, Giants at home opener, better win that one. Even though it's a road game at Chicago, I consider Caleb Williams still to be a rookie quarterback, especially in a new system with Ben Johnson.
Okay.
He looked good, though. He looked
good early.
Yeah.
When everything was scripted.
Yeah.
Well, and he didn't have to get the ball down the field because a lot of his stuff were checked down.
That's a tough defense
Which
to
is
go up
good.
against in your first game, too.
Yeah,
with that
which is good.
Brian Flores.
He wasn't forcing things, but there was a couple passes down the middle. You could see it in his eyes like, oh, how did I miss that?
Right.
Like the one that should have been the touchdown.
Goodness. That was easy.
The left corner.
That was easy.
And guess who he beat? The guy that returned the
Cowboy.
I wanted to text Troy and say, hey, Nashawn Wright, he played for the Cowboys.
They never said anything about that.
They never got past
That's
the
because they were
practice.
playing against the Vikings, and so it was a better storyline.
Right,
than
'cause
it's
he
his
was on their
former team.
practice squad.
with the Vikings.
Oh, man, the better story is the man balled with the Cowboys. Now he followed his coach to the next team.
Well, they traded basically a sack of oranges for a sack of apples. Andrew Bush.
Glad you said that.
Wow. Well, look.
And neither one of them.
Bill is sharp. Bill is really sharp this
Yeah,
morning.
he got it, man. He had his CMOS.
Deshaun spent the whole year on the practice squad and Booth kind of the same until they absolutely needed a cornerback at some point. And now he's gone again. So.
Well, I did my homework. I watched the game, and Caleb Williams is one. I said it to myself last night because I was watching X as well, and I'm saying I end up rooting for the guy that everybody hates and hating the guy that everybody loves, and everybody is against Caleb Williams right now.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean, and I think some of it's warranted. Some of the things that he does off the whatever. But I just feel as though. And I don't want to blame Lincoln Riley for this,
I'll blame him.
Okay, go ahead. And you see how I pointed to you? I don't want to blame Lincoln Riley for this, but some of the things that he does on the football field, I think somebody should have told him a long time ago, you cannot do that. Right. Because in my experience, I just feel like a quarterback, the one thing about it is you cannot put the ball in harm's way. You cannot do things that cost your team. I know nobody wants to be called a bus driver or whatever, but when they start calling you a gunslinger and your mentality turns into one where you're careless with the football, or you miss throws, your consistency on throws isn't there. That one throw that he should have put in the honey hole to me was the deciding factor in the game. But I also think that their head coach, he was in a situation with Brian Flores towards the end of that game where he didn't make the proper adjustments either. So first game for him, Ben Johnson, but also as you look at Caleb Williams, he is considered to be a rookie quarterback because he's in a brand new system. Right. I just think
And the other thing to understand, and I heard Bill Polian, the Hall of Fame former GM Bill Polian, talking about this on the Sirius NFL radio this morning. The other thing to consider about Caleb Williams is everything that he learned in college under Lincoln Riley, both at OU and USC, none of it translates to the National Football League. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing Jalen Hurts went through in his adjustment, and it took him a year before he was even established as a starting quarterback, because the NFL game is totally different. NFL offense is totally different than what Lincoln Riley is doing at the college level. Mm-hmm. And so there's a huge learning curve for Caleb Williams coming into the league, and now he's in a totally different system than what he was before.
So what are we saying about Caleb? Because I don't really follow him that much. I know that he has a history with some good coaches, but all I do see the gunslinger mentality, but he has the ability and to be a damn good quarterback. I'm just wondering, what is the knock on him in regards to his on-the-field abilities? Because I do see a great throwing motion. I see a guy whose potential is through the roof, obviously. But I've also seen a guy who's gone through about 3 different types of offenses already before he even became a starter.
And that's unfortunate.
He's just not accurate when you have to be accurate.
Mm-hmm. Because he seems like he has the ability. I'm not even.
No, the ability's there.
Yeah.
It's just the accuracy that he ends up being high with throws.
And a lot of that would have to do with footwork.
Right.
And
see, but a guy like that, he makes me nervous because if he does find out what he's good at and he does find it, then you're in trouble.
Then you're in trouble. Right. There you go.
You're in trouble. And
you saw it in the first 10 passes of the game. He's 10 for 10, and everything was scripted and everything.
The first 5 different receivers. So
and right down the field and scored. Which the Bears don't do.
So I'm wondering, how do you go from being that good to all of a sudden he was clueless by the end of the game?
Well, think of the opposite. J.J. McCarthy. For 3 quarters, you're sitting there going, oh, this is the guy they let Sam Darnold go to?
Yeah.
And then the fourth quarter, all of a sudden, it all clicked.
As Bill Polian put it this morning when talking about Caleb Williams, and he was defending Caleb Williams because there's so many that are shooting bullets at him right now, intellectually he understands the offense. And so when it's all scripted out for him, everything is he's got it. Everything's down. Well, then Brian Flores on the other side, and as he said it, that's about the toughest defense because of the different things that he brings 5, and even just setting protections. They had 6 false starts in the game, and a lot of that has to do pre-snap with just figuring out, who are we blocking here, And so as the game goes along, he's got it up here intellectually, but it's time on task where he's got to learn how to do it.
I want to say it's his teammates that are part of his problem, but we can't.
But for any quarterback, rookie quarterback, getting thrown into that, and essentially he's a rookie quarterback. Mm-hmm. And so, take it forward to next week against Eberflus's defense, you want to show him throw as much as you can at him to try to confuse him.
So you want to keep him in the pocket too, because he has a little bit of what Jalen Hurts has. Is when things break down, he will get out of the pocket. He has 6 runs for I think 50-something yards, so he has the capability also with his legs.
Can I say that's another thing? I swear, when I saw Caleb in college, And I saw him trying to scramble. And I'm like, that's the slowest black guy I've ever seen. And all of a sudden, last night, this guy is running.
He's running for his life.
Yeah, but he looked good. He wasn't that
straight
slow
ahead.
guy.
It's, maybe it's the lateral quickness, but
he's not he's not a deficit in the pocket anymore, as far as I'm concerned. In the pocket.
Yeah, and I mean, in fact, it was the first time he got on the field at OU against Texas. First big play he made was a 65-yard touchdown run.
That's
right.
He booked in the Cotton Bowl. He was out.
Yeah.
You'd have took that back.
I guess I missed it. I missed
A
it.
lot of it, though, is in college, and this happened at USC too. A lot of it, he would get sacked a lot because he's trying to do too much. He's trying to keep a play alive, and he's a good trait, looking downfield and everything. Which
he did that. I think that's what made me see him as slow-footed.
Yeah.
Because he was still trying to salvage the play.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I say something? But what Mickey said earlier about J.J. McCarthy, the first couple quarters, I mean, he looked gun-shy. He looked like, everything was being thrown at him. There were points in time where he was holding on to the ball, and I'm saying to myself, oh, my God, this looks so horrible for him, because now everybody's going to see, like, he's gun-shy, right? He's not letting go of the ball when guys are wide open. He's seeing ghosts out there. And then all of a sudden, third quarter comes, and the end of that third quarter, he started letting the ball go. And when he started letting the ball go, things started to happen. By the fourth quarter, it was like, I see what they saw in him last year when he tore up his knee, and they reluctantly went with Sam Darnold, but that was the guy that they wanted to start, and I see why they wanted to start him.
The quarterback whisperer did his work at halftime. Kevin O'Connell.
A damn good
settled
coach.
him down. Yeah.
Having said that, it's something that I never talked about with the Cowboys game. Cowboys made some adjustments in the second half.
Defensively.
They did.
Yeah.
They made some adjustments in the second half. I'm sure the Lightning may have had something to do with it, but that was something that was really not mentioned a lot this week about how they made that.
They were reckless in the first half with their rush lanes, which allowed Hurts to improvise and do all that he did and end up being their leading rusher, right? You just had to be more disciplined in the pass game.
We have not had a good adjustment in the second half in a couple of years.
And if you think about it, would you if I told you they're going to hold Saquon to 60 yards, you'd take it.
I sure would.
Right? And, the one run was great, the touchdown run. But other than that, they kind of corralled him. And so, last year he was running all over him. Well, this year, Hurts hurt him running out of the pocket.
But it gave me a good pause because, like I said, I haven't seen our defensive coaches make many adjustments in the last couple of years.
And they did a good job in coverage. That's why Hurts was running so much, right?
That's right.
So, A.J. Brown doesn't catch a ball to the last series.
Well, the first thing that they did after the weather delay was Barkley was stopped for a 1-yard loss, and the next two plays were corner blitzes. And they were already back.
That's an
inside their
adjustment
own
right
20.
there.
Yeah,
that's
the two corner blitzes.
Right
one was Diggs coming from the right side. The other was Bland coming from the left side.
Those adjustments had to be made. And when your cornerback's going to blitz, come on, guys, get home. If he call another one, get home.
Don't miss him.
That's what I'm saying. Get home.
Somebody ran right by him.
Diggs, you know who it was. You know exactly who it was. Don't do that, Mick.
But at least he didn't say it. You had to say it.
He knew who it was.
That's growth. That is growth.
Well, he wasn't. Diggs wasn't coming after the quarterback. He was still looking for the concession.
Stop.
That's growth from
is it?
Spags. Yeah, go ahead. I like that.
Yeah, no, but they, it's like, put extra pressure on him so he doesn't escape the pocket. Now, the one that really hurt was the call draw up the middle, right? They weren't ready for that.
Yeah.
But
at the end of the game.
Yeah.
You're talking about when the last
was it third down when they had to
where
keep
they had to get him, and it was, on that one, Osa didn't keep his lane. Osa took off this way, and they just let him go that way, and it just opened up a lane for him to get the first down. Game's over.
Yeah.
But when you look at those adjustments that we made, and then all of a sudden you look at the adjustments that the Vikings made at halftime, that gave your boy a chance. That gave McCarthy a chance to really finally, inhale, exhale, and you could see on the sidelines. No one was berating anyone. They didn't panic in the first half. And when you saw them come out in the second half, it showed up that they had a little bit of poise going on.
That's championship mind state. I love to see that. I called my son from the other room. Look.
Yeah.
You know, they're not beating each other up. But also, I got to ask before we go to break, how do you feel about players playing in all their diamonds?
Did you see that, man?
I knew
you talking about Jefferson?
Yeah.
Man, that boy was blinking, boy.
I knew you.
He was like, I'm surprised he didn't have the shades on. I could just see him out there playing with shades on the field. Like, come
Unbelievable.
on, man.
They got $250,000 in diamonds
boom,
up.
boom, and he had 3 chains.
Do they not worry
3
about
chains.
somebody grabbing them and breaking them?
Well, Akeem Talib retired, so no, they don't have to worry about it.
The insurance policy on that, I would love to hear the underwriters.
It's got to be cubic, man. It's got to be cubic. CZs.
But you think
it's
really?
It's got to be CZs.
Do
man.
you really?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
You can't come out there in a real diamond necklace like that.
With Everson Walls go and play these guys wear diamond tennis bracelet, diamond necklaces.
I hated wearing a gold necklace. I used to wear my gold, back in the day, we wore the necklaces.
Yeah.
I used to wear that during the game, and that was it. I stopped wearing that. These guys, man, oh my God.
$250,000.
Really something.
All I know, if I was playing and I could play, and if I could catch them, I'd be grabbing that.
Man.
Just yanking it.
Jeez, Nick.
Yes, absolutely.
Intrusive thoughts.
Think about it. If you're getting your ass beat, right, and you can catch
He's
him.
barely, his hair looks great. He got a shave. These guys looking great, man. They looking better than us in studio. And they're on the field. Yeah. Looking good, man.
Diamond necklaces.
All right, what do we want to do when we come back here?
I don't know. Should we start 0-2?
Giants.
0-2, 0-4. Is this a must-win? You want to talk about?
Jerry talked this morning on the radio. Anything from that? Okay, we won't do that.
I wrote down
next.
a couple.
Send a whole list over for this morning.
I got it. I got it right here. There's a lot on the list.
Me too.
Hey, it's going to be a real surprise, but it's going to be worth your while when we come back. We got a whole list of topics we haven't got to yet on this edition of Mick Shots.
Look, school is starting, and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cowboys Nation, Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is exclusive in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today to receive access to Cowboys Drops, where you can win game tickets, autograph items, exclusive experiences, and more. Download the app now to join.
Still got to fix that.
The drop, baby.
Cowboy Drop.
Heckma does a great job each morning for us here. What a
And
great addition to the team
we don't
he
pay
has
much
been by
attention to
giving
it.
us a run list, and then
Doing
we
my
start
best, man.
talking about other stuff in the breaks,
87.
which leads us to talking
was at
about
Harold Budd
things
Elementary.
other than what's on the run list here. We were just talking about Micah, and
Nothing to you, huh?
I'm about to take us off on another rabbit hole.
Let's go.
As we give him credit
Let's go.
for keeping us on point.
Okay. That's the title for the show today, Rabbit Holes.
Rabbit hole. Let's go.
Did you see Micah's or hear Micah's comments after the game?
I thought when they had him
Oh,
and
we
Love,
almost made it. Ah, damn it. Ah.
he and Love together.
I did not. Who's he in love with?
No,
Is he in love?
He's in love with Green Bay. Is what he's.
the post-game interview on TV.
No, I'm talking about it at his locker.
Oh no,
He said something. We used it last night on CBS 11. One of the, and it was, you could tell it was
Directed this way.
directed this way. It was. Now I'm with great teammates here in Green
no,
Bay.
he said it on TV.
He said it on TV
Oh
too.
yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah.
That caught my ear. Now I'm with great teammates here in
Well,
Green Bay.
we'll see at the end of the year
I don't know
if
if
the
he
teammates
said.
say
Did he
the
say
same.
now?
He did say
He did
that's what
say
caught
now.
my ear.
Yeah.
He said, "Now I'm with great teammates and,
Yeah.
and with a great organization and whatever." And so it was like, "Oh, okay. Now I'm with."
Shots fired.
Yeah.
So the teammates here didn't like him.
I don't know.
Is that what he's saying?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just taking him at his word.
Yeah, that's
here.
a tough one.
But that's for a couple of weeks from.
Yeah, he was having too much fun around here. He loves these guys.
Yeah, go ask Malik Hooker and DeMarcus Lawrence.
Well, we got some information here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They sounded off, both
Okay,
of them.
what'd they say?
Who, Hooker?
Yeah.
Last year? In the offseason?
Yeah.
He basically pointed out if Micah would pay more attention, get ready for a game than doing his podcast, he
Interesting.
might be a better player.
Who else said something?
Lawrence, when he got to Seattle, right?
Oh, okay.
The last thing in his interview when he got there, he said, well, I got a better chance of winning a Super Bowl here than back there in Dallas with some of the players they have, just like that. I'm just saying what they said. I'm not.
I'm just saying.
That ain't you. That ain't Mickey.
I
That ain't Mickey.
Well, we
That
are
ain't Mickey.
I didn't say it.
around here.
Okay,
Go
Mickey, you said you only got to one thing on your big old legal pad so far, and that was Nashawn Wright.
Nashawn
Got
Wright.
anything else?
How's he
you need
doing? How's he doing? He's out.
Who?
Nashawn. He wasn't doing well.
Pick
No,
six.
no, that was the
No,
pick six
the
last
pick
night.
six.
Yeah, but then he also.
Well, the next play is the one he got his butt beat that
Yeah.
should have been.
And the reason he
touchdown.
was playing was because Jalen Jackson was hurt.
They had two corners out.
So
didn't
he's
they?
a backup cornerback.
No, did you hear what Kenny Clark said? Somebody was kind of patting him on the back in the interview. Got 5 tackles, played well, and he said, "This is what I do." And I said, "Okay,
There you go.
Don't
There
say
you go.
any more." And by the way, they did put Perrion and Winfrey on IR.
What does that mean for him, for Winfrey?
At least 4 games.
Got to miss at least 4, depending on how bad the back is, right?
And he did that in practice. He came off the field
Yes, he
a
did.
week or so ago.
Yeah.
It was their first practice back.
And there was 2 guys helping him off the field, like he could barely walk.
So that means that there's a spot open on the.
Well, he wasn't available. He wasn't active this last game either. So
He wasn't active, but there will be a spot open
there-
on the 53.
On the 53, yeah.
Who do you give that spot to?
Depends on what position you need.
What position do we need right now?
I'm searching.
So you dress 4 wide receivers.
Well, Ryan Flanoy is getting back on the regular on
Yeah.
53 at ASAP.
So there's your answer.
I would say Ryan Flanoy.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would be nervous that Ryan Flanoy. Now they've got a deal, I'm sure, because he was elevated, but especially with his special teams value.
I was going to ask you. about
If a
special
team
teams.
came calling for Ryan Flanoy, he would get. I would think he would get. He would be back on the 53.
They elevated
ASAP.
2 people, right? Flanoy
Yes.
and was it Buddy Johnson
Yes, it was Buddy Johnson
for special
Yeah.
teams purposes?
But to take Winfrey's spot on the 53 as it stands right now, unless there's someone from outside, it would be Flanoy would be my guy to put back on the 53.
Unless they see.
But you got 2 more games where you could elevate him. If you can keep him on the practice squad and nobody's trying to pick him off from another team.
Well, if they try, then you
do it. Yeah.
Use it.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you don't have to do that yet, you can create another spot for someone else.
But there is pretty much a 4-week window for Winfrey.
Right.
And then you make the decision to bring him back, and then that means you bump somebody's off.
But it doesn't have to be in 4 weeks. It could be 8 weeks from now. It could be whenever.
Whenever you have an
He's at least going to miss 4 weeks.
And then it
is interesting that they didn't make this decision before the game Thursday. So something has told them here in the days since. They were probably trying to see if it would improve, because the 4-week window could have included game 1 if they had decided, okay. He's going to be out at least 4 weeks.
But then if you take him off IR, you have 3 weeks to practice him before.
So 7 weeks. Then.
So it really is.
But that window starts whenever you decide to start that window. You could start that 3-week window in week 7 or week 8, 9, whatever. So, I mean, and the other part of it is there's only a certain number of guys you can bring back from IR as the season goes along. So you just see how it plays out and where you are injury-wise a month from now, and that may determine whenever he does get healthy, whether or not when you start that window up on him.
All right, Mick, what else you got in the pad?
So Micah's numbers came out 4 years, $186 million extension. They didn't include in that total the $21 million that he was going to make this year. So it's really a 5-year deal. And if you divide, because they do it that way, since you can divide the signing bonus of $44 million over 5 years. And so the signing bonus prorated ends up being like $8.8 million a year, and you do it over 5. But if you add that in and you look at where the guarantees are, it ends up being a 4-year deal for $41 million, and that's what the Cowboys were trying to sign him to. So all this talk about and actually,
so it's 4 years, $164 million, basically. 4 years, $41 million a year.
Yeah,
is essentially what it is.
Or if you add the $21 million to the 186, you get to 207, and you divide it by 5, and it's still $4.1 million. So, this deal about, it's the biggest extension, but if you look at the total package, and after 4 years, if they decided that, okay, we don't want to pay the 5th year because his 5th year base salary or cap hit would be $73 million. If they wanted to, they would restructure if everything worked. But if they wanted out, then it would be a 4-year deal for $165 million with $8.8 million dead if you didn't want to count that last fifth year. So, again, this idea it's 46, 47 million. Well, that's the extension that's averaging that much. So, and his guarantees do run out after the 4th year. So that 5th year, there's no guaranteed money. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out.
Let me run back this. So
in 2029, right, his base salary is $43.5 million. And with the option bonuses, the roster bonus, and his signing bonus, the cap hit would be $73.7 million.
Okay. So you said DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, when he signed with Seattle?
He thinks he's going to win the Super Bowl in Seattle?
He said he would.
I had to go back to that.
He said
thinks he's going to win a Super Bowl in Seattle.
Do it there
I have a chance to win a Super Bowl in Seattle. That's what he said. Thank you for the information. Those great numbers.
Right.
But I'm just, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, did I just hear him say?
No, he said it. He said it clearly. DeMarcus Lawrence said he's in a better situation. He has better players and feels better about getting to a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to let that simmer.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it was a veiled shot.
Yeah. Well, he veiled it all right.
Yeah.
Talk about multitasking. A guy that can do his podcast and get sacks. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we're going to get past this, and the real truth is going to come out. Something happened, right? Whatever it was, we'll figure out down the road.
Now, you know what?
Something happened.
In Jerry's interview today, by the way, you brought it up, it wasn't like a spur of the moment, oh, let's trade him to Green Bay. He said it's been going on for a month or so. That
I believe.
Teams had been calling, and they were. That's why, when he said, no, we're not trading him, well, of course you're not trading him because you're not going to tell anybody I want to trade the guy, right? Then you devalue what you're going to get. But because somebody said, well, the Eagles made a.
Would you have taken that? That was just
from
about
the
that.
Eagles?
Yes.
No, I'm not doing
You
it with the. They would have had to give me 3 first picks to send them to the Eagles, right? To face them twice a year for the next 5
You ate that
years.
down on him. He wouldn't have done that.
I'm not down on his ability.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, he'll end up with 12, 15 sacks. He absolutely will. There's nothing about that part of it. But there was teams that knew that it's kind of funny that teams kind of make phone calls and then it doesn't get out, right? Because usually you can't keep a secret in this league.
Right.
There is no way in hell. Because if somebody knows it, they want you to know what they know, right? And they're going to tell you. But, yeah, it sounded like it had been going on for quite some time.
Hey, Bill, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
New York has a pretty good defense, man. They do.
They do.
We're going to do
Especially up
homework.
front.
I know you're going to give us some homework.
Tomorrow, that might be the best pass rush they're going to face.
Right.
Because Philadelphia's pass rush, their defensive ends.
They're not the Giants' defensive end.
That's right.
Not the Giants' pass rushers.
This is going to be the test for this offensive line.
Do you want me to bring the whole DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons thing?
Please,
close it out.
But if you get,
I found the whole story on what happened in March,
and
just to refresh everybody's memory on,
and then that
especially Everson's.
And in that interview, they interviewed him for a good 10 minutes, and that was the last thing he said.
Yes, right.
That was probably the worst thing.
He almost got away with it.
Without being
here's what he said. Here's what DeMarcus said when he signed with Seattle, and it was with the Seahawks blogger Brian Nimhauser.
Right.
Okay.
Who nobody knew who that guy was until that came out.
And DeMarcus said, a change in scenery is always good, but Dallas is my home. I made my home there. My family lives there. I'm forever going to be there. But I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah, we here. Okay. Then Parsons reacted to that on X saying, this what rejection and envy look like. This some clown S. Okay. All right.
You got to read it right, Bill. You got to read it right, Bill.
There's only so many words you can use.
And then Lawrence came back at Parsons, noting the Pro Bowl edge rusher social media use. Parsons does a podcast during the season for Bleacher Report. And Lawrence wrote on X, calling me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. Maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left.
Wow.
So that's where.
There you go.
The breakup.
Okay.
I know.
The breakup. And now Malik Hooker.
So when you left to go to the Giants, what would you have tweeted out?
Oof. Glad they didn't have Twitter there.
Good riddance. Good riddance. I think the only jab I took at them was they threw me a softball fat pitch, and on Thanksgiving we was at someone's house, I think Carl Banks' house, and they asked me what was I thankful for, and I said I was thankful I was here with the
Giants.
Yeah, that was about it.
Okay, and you won, and you're going to bring in your Super Bowl ring later this week.
Yes, I have to bring it in.
Okay.
Heck wants me to.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You can be very underwhelmed. With
the
most conservative Super Bowl ring.
And I have a promise. I have a promise to Heckma for tomorrow. We're going to follow your run list tomorrow.
4:00 in the morning. I sent it.
Right.
I sent it to you. No.
Hey, let's just keep the one that you had because we didn't. we didn't touch
See,
it.
you don't even have to do one after your run tomorrow morning. We got it right here.
Down the bit.
All right.
Hopefully Russell Wilson's on that run list.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to discuss him.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
All right. And so we'll shout at you again tomorrow at high noon.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!